Welcome to the Heidi Thorne Show. I'm your host, Heidi Thorne, and in this podcast, I share my real-world self-publishing and small business experience with you. So let's get started with today's show. Now, today I'm going to jump into the Audible Captions debate. For those of you that don't know what's going on, Audible, which is the audiobook listening platform that is owned and run by Amazon, was going to launch a new feature for the Audible app where the text of the audiobook would appear on the app for the listener. Now, what's happening is that authors and publishers are all up in arms about this because they think that this text is essentially an ebook. I have to say that I honestly don't agree with that. I can understand their concern because if it is technically or quote unquote an ebook, authors and publishers want to get compensated for that in addition to the listening of the book through Audible. So I understand their concern in principle, but in practice, I just don't. I liken it similar to YouTube and some of the other video platforms where you can turn on auto captions. I don't think that the captions on like my YouTube video constitute an ebook. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm technically not too worried about it. I figure, a lot of these things happen, and because I do a lot of work on YouTube, which if you're watching the video podcast, you're seeing right now, and there may be auto captions, it doesn't really bother me that much. And I think at the heart of this discussion is the question of what is a book? And these days, I think it's becoming more and more fuzzy as to what a book really is. Is it something you just listen to? I think people are getting stuck where they want a paper book or a print book. They want that. They want income from that. They want income from the ebooks. They want it. And I think at some point we may come to the realization that, a book is however the user wants to consume it. So that's where I stand on it. But I will tell you that there's a lot of back and forth right now. It has gone to court. Some publishers groups have sought an injunction against Audible, at least as I'm recording this. So we'll see where that goes. But it's an issue to watch, and I suggest you watch it simply, not even if you don't do audiobooks. Simply because it will be the definition of what exactly is a book. So please watch the news for that. And of course, I'll keep you updated on things as things go on. And I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please rate and review The Heidi Thorne Show on Apple Podcasts, which used to be iTunes. And while you're there on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to subscribe. I'm also on Stitcher, Podbean, and I am also now on Spotify. So if you want to listen there, you have an account on Spotify, you can listen to me there. Now, my audiobooks are on Audible. And I don't really care if you read the captions there or not, but I do hope that you will check them out. So if you go to Audible, you just have to type in my name, Heidi Thorne, and all of my audiobooks will come up. I'm also on Apple Books. And I hope you will share this podcast or my books with your friends on social media. And if you want to connect with me, my website is very simply HeidiThorne.com. Thank you so much for listening and for your support. I'll look forward to talking with you again in the next episode. And in the meantime, have a great day.